Okay, we're now on the third video in the series of how to build a website with WordPress. Just a quick recap, in the last video we learned how to change the WordPress settings for your user settings, general settings, and your permalink settings. And in this video we are going to show you how to change your WordPress theme, which entails different ways to find a theme and how to customize your theme options. This is basically the style of your website, and this is probably the funnest part. So if you go ahead and open up your dashboard, the first thing I want to show you is how I normally set up my environment when working with WordPress. You can see here your name in the menu bar at the top, and if you click on your name, the page will open up and toggle between your dashboard and your website itself. How I normally get things set up is I right click on this here on my name and click open link in new tab, and that way when I make changes in WordPress in the dashboard I can toggle back and forth between my website and dashboard to see the changes. And that's just a quick and easy way to get things done. Okay, so now to get started, if you hover over Appearance and click on Themes, you'll see that right now you currently have active 2015, which is WordPress's default theme for this year. Last year they had 2014, and the year before they had 2013. These are just WordPress's default themes that they usually install, and this is what you currently have, and that's what it looks like. So if you click on the Add New Theme button below, I'm going to show you a couple different ways you can install new themes on WordPress. So it starts you out in the Featured tab, and you could scroll down through here, find a design or a theme that interests you. These are all themes that are featured on WordPress currently. Also, if you would like to purchase a premium theme online, normally you would download a zip format file of the theme and download it to your computer, and you would upload it and install it in WordPress here. But we want to stick to the free theme, so if we go back to Browse, we can look at the Popular tab here, and this will show us the most popular themes on WordPress currently. These are usually really good themes with high ratings. If you want to select something from here, you can. Also, we can look at the Latest tab, and this shows us the latest themes that have been developed for WordPress. So you can install something from here as well. Also, you could go to the Featured filter. Now this is what I would recommend to do in the future when choosing your theme, because it allows you to filter by colors, layout, including responsive layout, so you can have a mobile friendly website, how many columns you would like, left sidebar, right sidebar. You can choose what features you want, such as custom header here, or you could choose custom colors, custom background, etc. And that's how I would recommend choosing your theme after you're done with this tutorial. But what we're going to do is we're going to start out on a theme called Vilify. That's Travelify. Should be this one here. Go ahead and click on that theme, and we'll just briefly look over it. You'll see that it has a 5-star review, which is pretty good. And you can read some information about this theme here. This is what the theme looks like without images or anything. It gives you an example of what the font looks like, what the formatting looks like. These are what blog posts would look like. You can click and see here what a page looks like. So this is actually what we're going to use. So go ahead and click the install button up at the top, and you'll know that it's successfully installed. You'll see a confirmation down there below, and then go ahead and click activate. So you'll see that 2015 is no longer active, and that Travelify currently is active now. So what we can do is we can go ahead and click on our website here and hit the refresh button, and see what that looks like. So I think this looks a lot better than what we have, but we still got some work to do. So if we go back and click on this customize button here, so what we are going to do here is systematically design our site the way we like it, step by step. This will give you a chance to get familiar with the structure and how the theme customization works. So let's start with Vilify important links. This doesn't actually have anything to do with customizing the site, but contact information for the developers of this theme. So if we go back, we can move down here to Vilify main options and start here with the header options. And you'll see that from here you can actually upload a logo to replace this text up here if you have one. In a later video, we'll show you how to create a logo with Pixlr. If you go down to layout options, you'll notice that on the right side of your website you actually have this blank area here, and that's reserved for your sidebar. By default, this theme sets you up with a right sidebar layout, but you can change it to no sidebar, full width, left sidebar, and right sidebar if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and stick with this. And in the header area, you can change some colors here. So this website title color will change the title. The hover color, if you notice, you hover over it, that's the color for that. Menu item color is white. The menu bar is this green color too. And the hover button for the menu bar on this is darker, a little darker. And then the social icon color, that'll actually appear up here when you add some links for that. So what I want to do is show you guys a way to change your colors. We're going to find a nice color palette online and change this color scheme to something else. One way that we can do this is if you open up a new tab here, you can actually go to a website called colorcombos.com. Now what this does is you can go to this search here, and up here in the top right, I'm going to search for navy blue. This will show us a few different color palettes that go along well with navy blue. I'm going to choose this one here, so click on that, and we have red, navy blue, and a few different shades of blue that go well with this. And these are the color codes that we'll need to make the changes on our site. Okay, so if we go back to our customize page and we start here with a website title color, I'm going to make that this navy blue color here. So if you highlight the color code, right click and copy, and go back to here and paste that color code in this box here, and that will change our title color to this navy blue. The hover color, we want to change maybe this shade right here, one shade lighter. So we'll copy this color code and we will paste it in here under title hover color. Okay, now if we hover over our title, it'll change. Okay, the menu item color, I'm going to leave that white. The menu bar, I'm going to change the menu bar to the same navy blue that we use for the title. So we can go back here, copy the navy blue color code again, go back and paste it into the menu bar color. Okay, that'll change that. And the hover color, let's go ahead and choose the same color here. We can actually just copy it from here and make this menu bar hover color one shade lighter as well. Okay, the social icon color, I'm actually going to go with this red color here to kind of make that stand out a little bit. And we'll use this color for our buttons and things as well to kind of draw more attention to those. So we'll paste that color code in there. We actually won't be able to see anything yet until we add some social media links, but that's it. Let's go ahead and go back and click on the Vilify element colors. Now this is referring to the buttons themselves. And also in the page, if you look, these block quotes also carry that same element color. So as I was saying before, I'm going to go ahead and change it to this red color for the buttons, or the elements in this case, and that way they will stand out a little more. Okay, there's the red, and then we'll use the same color. We'll go ahead and paste the same color here. However, we will use this slider on the right hand side and move it down about halfway so that there's a little difference there when someone hovers over that button. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now the wrapper color right here is referring to this white area, and the content background color is referring to this space where the content goes. I'm going to leave those white. If we go down to typography color, we can look into changing the header / title color, which is this dark gray. The content color is also the same color here, maybe a little darker. I'm going to leave both of those the same, but the link color here I would like to change to this red. So we'll copy this color code for the links and paste it back in here for link color. Okay. Link hover color, we're going to change this to the same color, and we're going to move it a shade down like we did with the button. Okay, I think that's about right. Okay, now if we hover over the title, it turns a light red. So if we go back and go to Vilify footer, you'll see down here at the bottom there's some copyright information. We can actually add our own to the bottom right. So I'm going to type in the title of this site, WordPress tutorial PDF, and that should show up down at the bottom right. You'll see it there. Okay, so if we go back, now we can look at the RSS URL. If you have one, you can enter it here. In this case, we don't have one, so we will just go ahead and go back and look at homepage post options. This requires that you have some content already on your site, so we'll come back to that later. Okay, so we got everything in this list. We can go ahead and go back again and look at the featured slider options here. Now your featured slider there's two different options here, and what this will do is add a slider to your home page about in this area right here. And you'll see here, if you look down at the bottom, that you have to have some content already. So after we go through and create some pages and post with images in them, we'll come back to these slider options and add a slider to our website. Okay. Also in the slider options here, you can change the transition effect to a bunch of different things here. You can also change the transition between each slide. Okay, so let's just go back to the beginning. Now we'll look at social links here. Now if you have social media accounts for your website, you can add the URLs to each of these accounts here, and what this will do is create some icons right here on your site that your users can click on to visit your social media pages. We don't have anything set up, but just to show you what they'll look like, we'll go ahead and add some URLs here for Facebook, Twitter.com. Now you'll notice that it'll be the URL for the social media, so it'll be www.plus.google.com / whatever leads to your page. We'll do one for YouTube. And also, I think that's good. So let's go ahead and save this and publish it. Now we can go to our site and see the changes that we've made. So if you go to your site and click on the refresh button, you'll see now that your site looks different. You have some social media icons up here, pretty neat. We still have a few more things that we want to do, so let's go ahead and go back and let's go to other options. This is, if you know CSS, cascading style sheets, you can write some code here and make some changes that way. We won't get into that. Let's go to site identity. This is just another way that you can change your site's title and tagline. You can do it from here. Also, let's go to colors. So this is where the background color will be. Right now, you actually won't see the background color because there's an image in the background. So we'll get to that in a second. But let's go ahead and change the background color. I'm going to use this light blue color here. Haven't used it yet. Been saving it for the background. So copy that and go back to this. And we'll go ahead and paste that light blue color right here. Now we won't be able to see anything yet until we remove this image, but it's there. So we'll go back. Let's go to the header image. Okay, and you'll see you can actually add a header image that appears up here if you would like. I think it'll appear just below your website's title. They recommend that the size is exactly 1080 by 250 pixels. So you'll want to make sure that your image is that size, and you would add it right here. We're not going to do that, so let's go back. Let's look at background image. Okay, now we can remove this background image right here. You can see it's just a pattern. If we hit remove, now we can see our background color here. This website's starting to come along pretty nicely. So let's go back. What else we need? Menus here. This will be where you can choose your primary menu, which is this menu bar here. We haven't created any menus yet, but we will come back and set that later. So if we go back and we go to widgets, you'll see that you can have widgets in your right sidebar, which is this reserved area here, and you can have widgets in your footer as well. I'm going to add one to show you what that looks like. So if you click add widget, it'll give you a list of things that are currently available. You can always install more. I'm going to add a widget for search right here. Okay, and call it, let's see, find what you need. Okay, and you'll see now you have a search widget over here in your box. You can put advertisements and other things over there in that box as well. Footer, we'll leave that. Okay, so if we go to static front page here, you can actually change your front page. Currently it's on your latest post, which is why this is in a blog post format. So with a blog post, you'll usually have your name, a date, which category it's in, and it'll show you how many comments there are. We'll go ahead with the static page, change this to sample page, and this is an example of what it would look like on your home page with block quotes and everything. You'll notice that it doesn't have your name and date like a blog post would. Okay, so let's go ahead and save and publish this. And that is everything that we need to do to customize our site. So we can go back to our site, hit refresh, and see what our new site looks like. It's starting to look pretty nice. In the next video, we will show you how to create a new logo for your site with pixlr.com, and we'll see you there.